I don't know where to start. Again, disappointed. I don't know how many times we fumbled the ball. Went 3 or 4 in the second half alone. Penalties, 3rd and short. Now when we're close to field goal range, drop balls. We're not good enough to overcome any of that stuff. And we've got to do a better job. Ultimately, I'm responsible for it. So it's embarrassing.
I imagine the toughest part for you was seeing your older players being the key guys that made the mistakes tonight, put the ball on the ground, and you know, Aaron's play at the end of the game, get that personal foul, kicking you out of field goal range.
What did he do?
He shoved a guy, it looked like, after the whistle. Retaliation for something.
It's a good time to call that.
With the 4 fumbles, the defense after those turnovers gave you a chance to stay in the game.
I thought they gave us a chance in the second half. They played, you know, went out and got some stops and made some plays, and that was encouraging. It was good to see. You're right.
Talk about the decision to start Marcus Allen, why, and why you used him exclusively.
We weren't getting any production the other way. Fumbling the ball. The other guy was fumbling. We put him in 3 plays. He fumbled one of the first time he had the ball, I think, or the second time. So we thought we'd give Marcus a chance.
On the personal foul on the final drive, did they not give you an explanation on what happened?
No.
Did you have a chance to ask?
No.
I guess when you see a flag come out like that, just how disappointing is it knowing where you guys are in position that, and then after that happens, you're on the opposite side of the 50?
Well, yeah, you know, we're not allowed to comment on officiating. It's probably a good thing.
Did you flash back to the Tauchu personal foul against this team?
And I didn't think about it until you mentioned it, but that one was probably a personal foul, Itachu. I mean, the only thing I saw at the end is they kept rocking the quarterback. And, you know, I don't know if they blew the whistle or what. And then the next thing was the flags. I assumed they were going to be offsetting, when usually they are in something like that, but they weren't. So you got to hold your composure, I guess.
You seem a little bit stunned by sort of the turn of events. I think you felt like you had this game at some point, or is it
well,
just
we
the
just stopped
culmination?
executing. I mean, we just stopped executing. It's like, you know, again, the way we play, especially in the first half, there's not many possessions, and when you go out and you know, you block the wrong guy or you turn a guy loose, right now, it's hard to overcome it. We did convert a couple of 3rd downs there, but we got 3rd and long in the second half off a little delay thing we put in. But you can't keep converting. And then, you know, when you're 3rd and 25 because of personal foul or whatever it is, you know, there's not many teams going to make those.
Coach, you talk about Brent Mitchell's play. Again, another big play by
Yeah, it was a nice pick on the interception. I think the guy threw the ball behind the tight end, and Brent made a nice catch and was able to get it in the end zone.
Were there any adjustments that Virginia Tech particularly made, or was
No.
it just execution in the second half offensively that struggled?
Pretty much execution, and you know, I'm sure they settled down to the speed of the game. And the Mike linebacker, nobody ever touched him, and so he was out there on the option pretty much every play, and we tried to make an adjustment to that, and then we missed the read. And, you know, then it's 2nd and 10 again. It's like, so, you know, right now we're just not very good.
Yeah, it seemed like Justin, you could tell a difference in his legs, and he played pretty well considering, you know, it was people around him mostly that were scoring.
He's beat up, you know, and he can't be the only guy out there who makes plays. You gotta get something out of the other positions. You just got to.
Coach, is there anything you can share about your conversations with Coach Beamer before or after the game?
I just told him that I had a lot of respect for what he's accomplished and what he's done, and you know, I think that he's a credit to the profession, and, you know, I wish him well.
Anything else? Yeah.
I guess it's been, what, 20 years or so since you've had a season like this, or it's been quite some time where you've
20,
had,
I don't think I've ever had a season like this.
kind of, is there
My
anything?
first year at Navy, we won 2 games, but that was a completely different deal. They had won 3 games in 3 years, and that was starting in week. I've never had a season like this.
It's like the culmination of all the close losses over the years, all at one time in one season.
Yeah, and we're not doing anything to help ourselves with it either. That's for sure.
I apologize if you asked this already, but how close were you to kicking a field goal, like getting in a range with the Warriors
Well,
penalty?
I think we were probably in range. He'd like to have gotten closer. You know, we were trying to get down. We felt like once if we could get to the 35, we were in good shape. And I think the ball was about the 39, somewhere like that, 40. Not sure exactly where it was, but it was close enough. The play before should have been a long play. The midline option, the guy got tackled by one hand on his foot. You know, I mean, that should have been a big play there.